Imagine building a huge company from the time you were 12 years old until your mid-20s, and you post everything on social media, including your mistakes. But one day, millions of people want you to die because you made a silly little mistake. You didn't hurt anybody. You didn't kill anyone, and you weren't being a danger to yourself or others. Yet people want you to die. That is cancel culture. And today, Jay and I are going to talk about it because someone that I really like and follow on social media was canceled over something that I find a bit silly and ridiculous. So we're going to get into it. Before we talk about her, can you tell me a little bit about what cancel culture is? Because I have an idea of what it is in my head, and I don't think it's the same thing as what other people think.
Sure. You know me, I always love to define terms.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm sure everyone has their own definitions of what's cancel culture and what's not. But this has been around since caveman times. Cancel culture is just a modern version or a new term to describe pissing off your tribe.
Okay.
So since caveman times, human beings have been very tribal. Every now and then, you can find a hermit who will live on their own and not be part of the tribe. But this is super rare, and it wouldn't surprise me if those hermits secretly wanted to be part of the tribe. But anyways,
true.
Whether you were Grog or Nog or Zog or Urduk, you want to be part of a tribe. And there's a very strong primal DNA instinct to not piss off the tribe.
Right.
This can be seen stronger in some people than others. Some people take it too far. A people pleaser is someone who puts the tribe before everything, including their hopes and dreams.
Yeah.
They won't be themselves. They will just be whatever the tribe wants. They'll just be a chameleon to fit in with the tribe. It's a little overboard.
Yeah.
Then you get some people, the hermits and the lone wolves, who are just like, screw you, screw the tribe. I don't want to be part of a tribe. In fact, I aim to piss you guys off.
Yeah, that's true. Like Andrew Tate, yeah.
Yeah, but actually he does his things to be part of the tribe.
Interesting. Okay.
He doesn't want to be part of the woke left tribe, but he wants to be part of the tradcon right tribe or whatever.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
You won't catch him doing anything to piss off that tribe.
No. Yeah, you're right. He won't. I'm thinking like he's trying to piss off the other tribe that he's not a part of. So that, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Sure. Well, a great way to get in with the tribe is to upset enemy tribes.
Yes.
But the point is, humans have always been tribal, and cancel culture is just another term for avoiding conflict or not pissing off the tribe or avoiding being ostracized, avoiding being outcast.
Right.
Cancel culture is casting people out of the tribe or trying to, hating on a tribe member. And people who are afraid of cancel culture or trying to deal with it are those who are aiming to belong to the tribe and appease the tribe and calm the tribe down so they can go back to their normal life.
Yeah.
Right. This hasn't changed ever. It was the same in the 1950s. It's the same now.
But why does it feel so much more intense now than it did? Because I didn't even think it was around back then in the 50s. But I guess it makes sense when back then, like single mothers and divorced women, they were like ostracized and treated like crap, and they were canceled.
Yep.
You see that on Mad Men and shows like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, even just jocks versus geeks or whatever. It was a big deal.
Yeah.
And you would get outcast from one tribe if you hung around the other.
True. All right. Fair play.
Or even just someone going to live with some other culture. If you go live with some other developing nation or a more primitive village over there or something, now you fit in with their tribe. But if you use your modern day ways, you'll probably be ousted.
Yeah. It makes sense. It makes total sense. Okay. I
You'll be canceled.
Yeah.
You'll be canceled by the primitive tribe, or you'll be canceled by the modern tribe that you left.
Right. Yeah. It's true.
And you can just see it. You just see everybody rise up like a mob and hate on the person.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, I don't understand why it's so intense to the point where someone makes like a smallest, tiniest error. Okay. Maybe it's not small and tiny, but they make an error. Now, I know everyone that gets canceled didn't make a tiny error. In this case, this is something a little silly and ridiculous, and the way people acted.
We'll see. I don't know the whole story.
Right.
Some people get justifiably canceled because they have done things to piss off the tribe, like intentionally, directly. They have no care for the tribe, and they are like, I am doing this to piss you guys off, and then they get canceled. They get hated on. It's like, well, you knew what was going to happen.
Right.
Yeah, you have to go find a new tribe or go be alone. but don't expect the tribe to love you.
So do you think that every person that puts themselves in the public eye like we do, they're at risk for this?
Well, anyone who's part of a tribe ever is at risk for this, public eye or not. You have a family, you grew up in a family, and you are super passionate about your family. You put your family above yourself so many times, it's insane.
Yeah.
Because you were a people pleaser and you had this tribe DNA and you didn't want to be canceled by your family. And you felt like, if I get canceled by my family, my life is over. I'll lose my money. I'll be alone. I won't have a family. I'll have no prospects. No one will appreciate me. Like, I don't know what you thought or felt in your head, but you were dead set on appeasing your family, appeasing the tribe, and not getting canceled. Even though I know the healthiest thing for you was to let them cancel you. Like, just try it.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair enough. I hadn't even thought of it like when it comes to my family. They've tried to cancel me too. Yeah, that's
a tribe.
Yeah.
And no one wants to get outcast from their tribe.
Right.
You want to appease the tribe. Except a few black sheep who are like, you know what? Screw my family. I never wanted this tribe in the first place. I don't know why I was born into them. I'm going to do my own thing. And then they go make their own tribe. But everyone suffers from this. Everyone is people pleasing to avoid being canceled. And then when they go do their own thing, they end up having to deal with being canceled. And it's just a thing. It's just part of living in a tribe.
Well, this is the root cause of people pleasing.
And the root cause of cancel culture.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like the fear of being canceled is the root cause of the people pleasing. We do this so that they won't cancel us, and it's the same thing with the culture. So,
yeah, but getting canceled is what happens when you don't please other people.
Yeah.
Other people, their number one tool or power to control you and influence you is to get really loud and hate on you and speak up and turn people against you, because it takes very little effort. They can do it from a simple word or behind a keyboard or whatever. And it's like, oh, you didn't do what I wanted you to do. You didn't behave the way I wanted you to behave. You believe in different laws or different cities or different beliefs or different ideas than I do. Time to cancel. So you either people please your tribe forever or you risk getting canceled, because that is what they will do when you displease them.
All right. Fair enough. So then I want to talk a little bit about what happened. So why I was inspired for this episode. So it wasn't something that I even considered that I had gone through, but I have, because you just mentioned my family. They canceled me, told me nothing for years when I've moved to Ireland and to Canada. So it's interesting that I didn't realize that. So an influencer that we both follow, Alexa Curtis, she is a marketer and she posts all the time about what she's doing on a daily. So one day she posted that she ran a marathon, or she didn't sign up for the marathon. The marathon was going by her, and she asked somebody where the start of the marathon was. So without signing up or paying the fee, which, by the way, I didn't even know you paid a fee to run in a race, but all good. And she entered the race and she finished the race, and she posted about it and posted about being fearless, because most people wouldn't do this. Most people wouldn't just start running in a race without any prior experience or training.
Sure. She followed her impulse and fearlessly ran the race.
Yes.
I got it.
And she did a great job, right? And I thought, when I saw the first post, I thought, man, that's balls. Like, I don't think that I could just like start running with a bunch of people that I didn't know, but whatever. Like, I didn't take it like as anything major, but it went viral because everybody got mad at her that she was stealing from the charity. She was stealing from the people that did the race. She was stealing from the people that ran the race with her. And she was a terrible person and she should die. Like, it was really a lot. It was a lot. And she at first responded like very blasé, like, whatever, that's life. Life sucks. It's hard, whatever. And her reply to that, her response made people even more mad. She was foolish. She didn't know what was going on. She was out of touch with reality. She's selfish. She's this, she's that. Like, and she has mental health issues that she has talked about before in public. And so after this, I can just imagine. So she wrote this apology and posted it on all her socials and then went quiet for like 30 days. And she recently came back and is talking about it in how she survived cancel culture on a podcast episode. And people are still complaining that she didn't learn anything. She's using it as an opportunity to make money and using it as an opportunity for content and blah, 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 blah. But that's what us content creators do. We use our life, what happens in our life for content, like this. This episode is exactly the same thing. So I would love to know what your thoughts are on all this, and was she really wrong to do what she did, and was it deserving of death threats?
So after everything I explained already, how cancel culture and people pleasing are two sides of the same coin, and they're what people do in tribes.
Yeah.
Unless you find like a mature, non-judgmental tribe somewhere. Like if you find a judgment-free tribe, then this won't happen. But if you find a tribe that lives in a paradigm of judgment and sees difference and doesn't see us all as one and so on, if they're not very enlightened or conscious, they're just going to all lash out. Like 99.9% of them are going to cancel, and 99.9% of people are going to try and appease. It might be ideal if a goldfish lives in pure water, but generally it's a lake or something, or city tap water or something, and it's not pure. And so you're going to have to deal with whatever toxicities in the environment, right? If you live in an environment or a tribe of people pleasers and cancelers, what am I going to say? That's where you're living. That's what you're dealing with.
That's your toxicity you got to deal with.
Yeah, you're swimming in those waters.
Right.
If you want to go start your own tribe in an ashram where everybody's pure-hearted and non-judgmental and there's not a hint of bias or cruelty anywhere, great, go start your ideal utopia. But if you live in a big city or a modern society or whatever, it's good to be aware of what waters you're swimming in.
Yeah, fair play.
Okay, so if you're swimming in sort of muddy waters of today's modern society, where there's tons of judgment and hate and cruelty and backlash, and people are immature and not emotionally regulated, and they're not enlightened or conscious and able to conduct themselves very well, then is it really about what's right and wrong? Because these people are clueless about what's right and wrong anyways. Like they live in a paradigm of good and evil, but the universe and nature is way beyond good and evil. Animals are way beyond good and evil.
Yes.
Mother Nature is way beyond good and evil.
Yeah.
Good and bad. But the tribe you're living in is all about right and wrong and good and bad. So even though I might understand all of this stuff, if I go interact with this tribe, does it matter if I'm right and they're wrong? They won't even care. They don't even see it. Like, does it matter if I understand the truth or if I'm aligned with nature or the universe, but they see right and wrong?
No, because most people see right and wrong and good and evil, and they don't understand these are story concepts and have nothing to do with real life. And this is one of the first lessons you taught me too, by the way, because I was also focused on good and bad and good and evil. And so I understand what you're saying. Like people don't understand this point at all to even move past. And when they hear, they're just going to focus on the good or the right or the wrong in their mind.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like Alexa might feel that she's right and that the tribe is wrong. And the tribe might feel that they're right and she's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But both of them are clueless. Like both of them are completely disconnected from real life, like life in nature, life in the universe, life as a concept.
Right.
Because life isn't about good and bad and right and wrong. It never was, it never has been, it never will be. You can do things that are more aligned with truth or healthier or better in the moment or these all kinds of different things. There are many things available to you that don't have to do with right and wrong. You can do things that are more loving to all involved or less loving to all involved. But right and wrong? Nah, son.
All right.
So in this case, it doesn't matter. And with any case of cancel culture in a tribe, it doesn't matter really who's right and wrong. It matters if you want to be part of the tribe or not. Andrew Tate doesn't care about pissing off the woke left because he doesn't care if they kick him out of schools or they don't let him talk on left-leaning podcasts or whatever. He doesn't care. He doesn't care if he's not part of that tribe. And because he doesn't care, he's uncancelable. Like the left aren't going to magically cancel him tomorrow. He has his own tribe.
No, they've tried to cancel him a bunch of times and it's not happening.
Well, whatever. But if he wanted to be part of the left, then he would feel very differently inside. And he would be like, oh no, I've upset them. I should write an apology like Alexa did or whatever. Like he's going to try different things to be part of the tribe.
Okay, so then...
But it's not about what's right and wrong. It's about, do you want to be part of a particular tribe or not? So most of the people who are mad at Alexa are a tribe of runners.
Yes.
So if she cares about being liked by the tribe of runners, this matters a lot. But there's a whole bunch of people who just do archery or shooting ranges, or they're like computer geeks and they play video games and they're esports and they don't give an F about running. And they would just see like, whatever, sounds fine. I would go, I'd hop in a race, I guess, whatever. And now she has her own tribe.
Right.
So the runners can hate her forever. It doesn't matter who's right and who's wrong. She could go do a run like that again. She can make it her thing, like Tate does. You know what? I'm going to piss off runners every day from now on. I'm going to bandit races, run them illegally or whatever every day.
She could, yeah.
But only if she doesn't care about appeasing the tribe. If she cares about being liked by the runners, then we have an issue.
Okay.
Because now she's being canceled by someone she doesn't want to be canceled by. She's being canceled by someone she wants to belong to. She's being canceled by a tribe that she wants to fit in with. Now there's a problem. But if she's Andrew Tate and she doesn't care about getting canceled by the left or by the runners or by whoever, then it doesn't matter. What's cancel culture with a tribe you don't even care about? Like, are you going to care if a village of pygmies far across the world suddenly cancels you and they're all hating on you?
No.
Why not?
No, because I don't care. I'm not a part of their tribe. I don't want to.
You don't want to be part of their tribe, right? You don't want to be part of the village pygmy tribe, and so you don't care if they turn on their power and turn on their hate rays and try to cancel you.
No, that's true.
Right. But do you see how none of it has to do with right and wrong? It has everything to do with piss off or belong.
Yeah. No, I didn't see that before. And so this is great. I love this because when I thought about all of this by myself, I thought, like, for people like me who like her, I don't really give a crap that she was in a, like, what did you say?
She banded it a race. That's their word for it.
Yeah, no, I know. I see, that's how little I know. I didn't even know this.
That's word. the runner tribe's word for it, as far as I gather.
Right. Okay. So she banded this race. I could give a crap. I actually sent her an email the day before, I think it was the day before she came out of hiding and posted on her socials. And I said to her, them, excuse my language, but I said, you're amazing and I love what you do. I miss seeing you in my feed on social and I hope you come back. And, so
sure.
She did. But it's because I'm not a runner and I'm not in that tribe. Maybe it would piss me off if she was, I was a runner and I ran races. I don't know. Yeah. Because to me, it's like, whatever.
Well, here's the thing. Do you care if someone litters in a suburb nearby?
Not really.
Right. But if you went to Japan, would they care if someone littered in a suburb nearby?
Yes.
They might.
Yeah.
It's all about honor and respect, and it would do a disservice to their name, and it would reflect poorly on their neighborhood. And they would care. Like, it's a different tribe with a different culture and different beliefs and things they care about. So if you want to fit in and please the Japanese tribe, and you don't want to get canceled by them, I would recommend you don't litter.
Well, even just having someone in my house coming here and littering, like just walking around throwing, I'm going to cancel them,
Right.
Making a mess.
Right, because they don't fit in with your little home tribe, your family tribe.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. But see, if it happens in another tribe nearby, you don't really care.
Right. Okay.
But is littering right or is littering wrong? Does it matter? Like, what matters is, do you fit in with this tribe and are you trying to please them? Because they might cancel you.
Well, yeah, because if someone who litters goes into a hoarder's home and litters in the hoarder's home, a hoarder's not going to care. But you come into mine or have a problem. Right. So this makes sense. It's not right or wrong. Oh my God. I feel like I'm having one of those. I never ever considered this ever being anything outside of a disagreement between two sides, really.
Yeah.
But it makes more sense what you said. Like, it depends on the tribe.
Yeah, I've been canceled by tons of tribes. I was helping a guru for like years, and then I pissed him off because I was trying to help him, and he didn't like it, and he didn't like my take or my views or my beliefs or whatever, and that's fine. It was like the runner bandit thing. I believe one thing, he believes the other thing. Mm-hmm. I believe I was right, he believes he was right, but it doesn't matter. What matters is, do I want to fit in with this tribe? And I was like, fuck this. I don't care about this tribe. I'll write off the whole tribe. I'll never meet another guru again. I don't care. Screw all y'all. It's not a tribe I want to be part of. And as soon as I do that, I'm invincible. Like Andrew Tate, I don't care what the left thinks. I don't want to be part of your tribe. And so now they can't do anything to him.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes total sense. So if Alexa decided, I don't care what these runners think.
Well, she tried to in the beginning. This is where a big part of her problem came from, is you have to decide for yourself and get clear. Do I want to be part of this tribe or not? But waffling and going back and forth, this will destroy you. Like, they will tear you to shreds, because it's fine if you say you don't want to be part of the tribe. They have to deal with it.
Yeah,
it's also fine. It's also fine if you say, you know what, my bad. I want to be part of this tribe and I apologize and I'll do better. That's fine too. So, but what you can't do is go back and forth, change your mind, waffle, be uncommitted, be unclear, be unsure. you're like dealing with a pack of rabid lions or wolves or something. If you are confused and unclear, they are going to eviscerate you. So Alexa owned her thing first. She was like, okay, fine. Abandoned a race, whatever. Life's not fair. Like, it's like saying, okay, I littered in another suburb. My bad. Or I littered in Japan. My bad. So she owned it. Fine. And that's throwing the gauntlet down and saying, I don't care about your tribe and I don't care about your canceling. I'm going to build my own tribe. And it doesn't matter if all the media turns against me. I don't care. And that was her initial stance. And that's fine to do, but you better have sack. You better have courage. You better have like boldness to stand by that. But shortly after, she took it back. I mean, maybe she doubled down on it for the first couple days, and then later on she took it back or apologized or backed down and started to appease the cancel people, appease the haters. And it's like, wow, this is PR 101. Like, you just screwed up. Like, you can't be a giant hypocrite in front of the tribe. You can't say one thing and do another. You can't own a stance and then backtrack on it the next minute, at least without some very nuanced finesse and strategy. Like, if you want to change your mind, you can, but you got to address that. You can't just be like, oh, my bad. You have to say something like, you know what? My gut reaction when anyone hates on me is to take a stand and say, hell no, and I refuse to do anything. And I think that's a normal human reaction. And a lot of people would do that. If someone hates on them, they'll just become obstinate for no reason. And that's what I did. I became obstinate for no reason. I think we've all been there. But on reflection, I've had time to think about it. I care about runners. I want to be part of your tribe. I appreciate you guys. And I can see I've stepped out of the line. And in my past, I may have done this more than once. And this is a turning point for me. And I thank you all and appreciate you all for bringing it to my attention, bringing it to my awareness so I can become a better person, yada, yada, yada. And now she did a pivot that's more likely to work. It's a change of mind that's more likely to work rather than just looking like hypocrisy. But she didn't do any of that and didn't ask for my advice. So instead, what she looks like is just someone who gave a big F you to the runners and then backed in and apologized when things got too hot. And it's like, no one respects this. No one will respect a person who does this. Either give the F you and stand by it, or apologize and appease the tribe, but do not do one and then the other.
Yeah. So when I saw her being like obstinate a little bit in the comments, I was like, good, screw them. Who cares? And then when
you don't want to be part of the runners. So you resonate with that. You're like, screw that tribe. That's fine.
Right. I also resonate with being in the tribe of marketers who we don't care and we will do whatever we have to do to put our product or our mission in front of the world because we're doing it to help people.
Well, yes, she got a lot of attention.
She did.
So, well done.
And then when I saw her apology, it was like a big wah to me.
Yeah. And now you lose respect for her. Yes, not only does the cancel tribe lose respect for her own tribe loses respect for her.
Yes, I did. I lost some respect for her, and I thought, what a P word. I would never. Like, man, come on. And I have to say, though, there's a little side thing. Because of all this, I'm glad we're having this conversation because I had inklings of this when we did the Mel Robbins episode. And I kind of like...
or Alicia Amira.
Yeah. Yeah. I went into my shell a little bit and refused to comment anymore. But I wish we had this conversation then, because now I would say I don't want to be in your tribe of Mel lovers.
Yeah.
I don't like her. I don't care what y'all think.
Exactly. Hate on me all you want.
Yes.
Bring it on.
Shower me with your hate. I don't care.
If I got 15 haters, I need to get to 16 by next week.
That's right. That's right.
Cat Williams.
Yes, Cat Williams. But if this, I'm sure it'll come up again because Mel Robbins was just like the tip of the iceberg for us. And there's other people out there that I'm sure we'll talk about who won't like me or topics, or even when we talk about femininity and stuff. So that's coming up for us too, and jealousy and things like this. So I'm really grateful now that we have this conversation because I understand the cancel culture a little more. I understand why I didn't give a crap in the beginning because I didn't understand that either. Why, to me, I was like, okay, yeah, it's not great that she stole from a charity. To me, it wasn't stealing. When you steal, you're stealing from them. Okay, she didn't do a great job, but if they look at it in a positive way, she's giving the charity her platform for free and she's talking about it. And in the end, she ended up making a donation to the charity, and then the charity reached out to her and apologized for all the things that she was going, like the cancel stuff she was going through.
Yeah, she got death threats and tons of hate, and
yes,
I got you.
And so I didn't really understand why I was so like on her side. And then as the time went on, and the weaker she got, and the more she like laid down and acquiesced, the more she did that, the less respect I had for her, and the more I was like, what are you doing? But now your explanation makes total sense. Now I understand my feelings, what she did. And so, yeah, this is really, really helpful. So I know that like, it doesn't matter what we think, but I want to know, this is our podcast, what you think personally about what she did and how she handled it.
I think she handled it poorly, but most people do when faced with cancel culture. I could count on one hand or something the number of people who've handled cancel culture well. It's super rare.
I don't think anyone's ever been given this kind of explanation of what it is.
No, they haven't. But some people handle it better, and some people handle it worse. I think she was on the lower end there. But it's tricky for me to give an opinion without knowing what her goal was. Is her goal to be part of the runner's tribe and appease the runner's tribe and fit in with the runner's tribe? Or is her goal to take a stand and give a giant FU to the runner's tribe and find her own tribe or hook up with another tribe? Because humans are tribal, and those are the only two options in this situation. You either fit in with the runner's tribe that are all pissed off at you, or you leave them. Like,
okay, fair play.
Abandon them. And it's going to be a very different path and series of actions to take depending on which of those she's interested in. And the reason I believe she handled it poorly is because she tried to take neither of those routes. She tried to walk the line and not commit to one of those sides. And if you waffle back and forth like that, you'll end up with an outcome that doesn't suit you either way.
Fair enough. Well, like I said, I don't think anyone's talked about cancel culture in this way before. Everyone I've ever seen dealing with it, like you said, they handle it poorly. And usually I'm like, why are you writing this ridiculous? I'm so sorry. And it doesn't even feel real. It doesn't even usually, not always, but usually, like even Alexa's was like, it felt more like, I'm just saying this so you guys will stop sending me death threats and leave me alone.
Well, that's probably what it was.
Right.
Usually people's first instinct is what they want to do. So her first instinct was probably F you to the runner's tribe, and I'm going to do this my own way, and I'm going to keep doing it.
Yeah, that's what she said. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm aware. Thank you. But if that's her stance and her true feelings inside, then to go and do the opposite and give some fake apology or PR statement or whatever it is going to feel inauthentic and weird and wrong.
Right.
Well, I don't know the truth, and I don't know Alexa's mind and heart. So maybe she really was apologetic. But if she was, to pivot from screw you guys, life's hard, to I apologize, please take me back, runners, that takes skill and nuance. And it's one of the hardest things to do, is to pivot from one narrative to another.
Yeah.
To pivot from one stance to another. Very rarely do people respond well to this. And if you're going to do it, it's a great thing to do if you changed your mind or if you're open-minded to do it. But it requires a lot of owning your truth and explaining what happened and setting expectations for everyone as to why you're changing your mind and how and when and what's going to happen going forward. It takes a lot of finesse and nuance. So to me, she chose the hardest route, which is to take one stance and then hypocritically change to the other stance.
Mm-hmm.
And not only did she take the hardest route, but she did it with zero finesse or nuance and possibly inauthentically. And so now you're just screwed. And everything you do from here on is going to get colored and viewed poorly by the tribe. But time heals all wounds. And if you keep being valuable and showing goodwill and start taking a firm stance again and avoid being hypocritical on anything for a while, people forget, tribes welcome you back, generations die off. It's not unbeatable or anything. I'm just saying, I don't think I would have made nearly any of these choices.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't.
There were superior choices all the way along.
Yes. Well, starting with the fact that, don't go mid-run. Like, don't run the race.
Yeah, but nobody knows that. That's an honest mistake.
Yeah.
It seems like a victimless crime at first. And
yeah.
And even the people who claim it's the worst thing on earth are kind of blowing it in proportion, because littering, like all those people who say you should never bandit a race have probably littered once in their life.
Oh, yeah.
But what if everybody littered? We would have a dump. And so I could say to them when they littered, hey, that is the worst thing you could ever do. No, it's not. Well, what if everyone littered? You're setting a bad example. And now the world is falling to pieces. We live in a dump because of that time you littered, right? This is what people do.
Yeah.
One person banded at a race. Well, they're the devil. They're a demon. They have just set an example, and now we're going to be overrun by bandits forever.
So to me, like the whole aspect of I made a mistake, so then I should die. Like what? This is like, it doesn't even, I can't comprehend that even in regardless of the tribe. So say she offended me because she's a crafter and I'm a crafter, and she said, crafters are all dumb and talentless and we're stupid, right? That's her opinion. Great, fine. I may not like her or follow her anymore, but do I feel like she needs to kill herself or die because she did something or said something wrong? No.
Well, what? No. Yeah, I agree with you. But it depends on what tribe you're in. I told you in the beginning, you got to know what waters you're swimming in. If you're in modern day America or the apparently hyper-passionate runners tribe, this might happen. If you're in an ashram with a bunch of Tibetan monks, you probably won't get the death threats. It's unlikely any of them are going to do that.
Right.
They're probably a little more mature or still or calm or zen or peaceful. And even if they feel like you have upset the tribe, they'll probably just gently talk it out with you and tell you you're better off in another tribe. Like whatever, you're on social media. It's a bunch of terminally online people who, with their only goal or purpose or passion in life is to be self-righteous and hate on other people. They have nothing in their life. You could take a camera and film all of those haters. You could film them for 24 hours, 48 hours, an entire week, and you would see a sad, empty shell of a life.
I agree. Yeah.
Well, whatever. Yeah. So you get, that's your tribe. Your tribe is a tribe of trolls, of internet trolls. Do you want to appease the internet trolls and fit in? Do you want to apologize and stop the death threats and get them to shut up from behind their keyboards? Or do you want to not care about them? Tate style.
Yeah. Well, me personally, I would want to not care about them.
Well, whatever. You might be in that position someday, and you'll get the chance to choose. Like Alexa, will you apologize? Will you give them a big FU? Will you block them? Will you do it more? Will you pick one thing and then change your mind and hypocritically do the other thing? Like it's whatever, man. If you're in a tribe, if you're in those waters, you've got to know what you're dealing with. If you're swimming with sharks, you don't blame the sharks.
No,
the sharks aren't right or wrong. They're just following their programming. The internet trolls aren't right or wrong. They just have empty shells of lives and they're just doing what they can to feel empowered. They're going to do it. They're just following their program.
True.
If you don't like it, go to an ashram with Tibetan monks. Find a different tribe.
Right. Well, we spend a lot of time online and we help people who are like us who want to grow their empires or run their business. And so they spend time sharing online.
Sure.
And like Alexa disappeared for 30 days because she couldn't handle the mental stress.
Well, we don't know why she disappeared because she came back and immediately started making content about this.
She did.
So that's a peculiar thing.
Yeah. Lots of people that we help and we work with are sharing their lives online and in their business so they can grow. And this is something that people are super afraid of, that they'll say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing within their tribe and be canceled, right? And I won't even lie, when this happened, I thought, if she can get canceled or something so dumb, to me anyway at the time, then what are people going to say when we start talking about women control men's feelings and femininity and polarity and the other things that we talk about that we believe that are polarizing to people?
Sure. But here's the funny thing. Is she canceled? If you looked at her numbers, her impressions, her views, her engagement, her comments, her shares, her reposts, her quotes, her interview opportunities, podcast opportunities, media opportunities, are they up or down?
They are way up.
Okay. So do you want to stay unknown and insignificant as you timidly avoid cancel culture, or would you rather be canceled and get a giant boost to every single metric?
I would like that boost. I don't want the feeling of...
Stay with me.
Okay.
The price of that boost is empty death threats from keyboard warriors.
Yeah.
They will never do anything. They're not going to start a giant assassination plot because you banded it a run.
Yeah.
They're just going to type bullshit because it's easy. And that's the most effort they've ever put into their life. They don't fix their job. They don't fix their home life. They don't fix their habits. They don't fix their hobbies. So the most effort they ever do is put a finger to a keyboard. And if they can put a finger to a keyboard and make a death threat, that's the best thing they've done all week.
Fair enough.
So this is it. This is what you get when you swim with these sharks and you're in this tribe. And it looks from the outside like a bad thing. But she came back after 30 days and is making content based around it because her numbers are up and she wants to milk it. She's a smart, shrewd businesswoman. That's how she got to where she is.
Yeah.
And she took a breather, reset her mental, and she's like, wait a minute, none of these keyboard warriors actually hurt me. 30 days have gone by and I'm fine. Then I'm just going to hop back on social and start posting some content about cancel culture. I'm going to take a stand.
Yeah, she didn't lose any clients.
I'm saying, and even if she lost one, even if she lost a client or two, she would gain 10 more from the attention.
True. Very, very true.
So the funny, ironic part of cancel culture is when the mob tries to cancel you, you just get stronger. It's like the Star Wars Obi-Wan thing. If you cut me down, I shall come back stronger or whatever. I forget the quote. I'm going to get mauled by the Star Wars people. They're going to hate me. I'm going to get canceled because I can't quote the movie perfectly. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess if you're in the public eye like this.
We got canceled by Alicia Amira. What happened?
Our views and everything went up. You were on Instagram, so I'll share what happened. So on Instagram, you called yourself the Bimbo Whisperer. We worked with bimbos, and the woman who claims to be the queen of bimbos, even though she's not, got really angry with you because how dare a man tell bimbos how to improve?
I'm really smart.
You are really smart, and everything you were saying is spot on, and you can find that stuff on our site too if you're interested. But anyway, she proceeded to do screenshots, take screenshots, write a whole bunch of stuff.
Tons of hate.
And then she wrote like a whole bunch of comments, which I still have screenshots of, then screenshotted her own comments and posted them in her stories. She gave you 12 stories.
Yeah, until I told her, hey, thanks for all the attention. And then she stopped.
Yeah. As soon as you were like, thanks for all the engagement. And not only that, but your views, like you had less than 100 people.
I had 63 or something.
Yeah, because you had just started that account.
Yep.
And you went from like 63 to like 500.
Yep.
Right away. And then not only was she sharing, but the people that like her and hated you and what you were doing, they shared too.
Yeah, and I got my own tribe.
You did. And
I got hated by her tribe.
Yes.
They all blocked me.
Yes.
And I got my own tribe, and I blew up.
You did. And
I told you, if we keep doing this, we're going to get more. We should do more controversy, be more polarizing, bring on more cancels.
Yes.
But you didn't want to, so then our growth slowed down.
Yes.
But I was following it the whole time.
Yeah, because I didn't understand why. And so at the time, if we had had this conversation,
I didn't want to fit in with her tribe.
Yeah, I know.
I wanted my own tribe.
But I did. And so this would have been a bit of a headbutt for me, right? Because then I would have said to you, but this is the tribe that I belong to. So how can I not want to be a part of that tribe? But now I understand, even though
Sophie Starship was our tribe.
I was just going to say that. We had plenty of girls that were on our side and our tribe.
Yeah.
We had Sophie, who was an all-natural bimbo who only
Belle Cassidy.
We had Belle Cassidy, who was not natural and still loved us and still followed us. And then we had the girls like me who were part natural and part plastic, who liked little bits. And so we made our own tribe. If I had believed in that more, we would have gotten bigger in that.
Same for all our businesses.
Of course.
If you own controversy and you take your stand and you don't care about fitting into bad tribes and you know who your tribe really is, then you're fine.
Right. And so the client we had that was afraid of controversy probably doesn't understand this either.
I know.
He believes
but I do.
But he believes he wants to be a part of the tribe of the people he's helping. But that's not what he wants. He wants to be a part of the tribe of the people who are helping. So if he understood this, he would be able to handle controversy and let go of the tribe he doesn't really want to be.
Yeah, well, whatever. I failed to explain it to him. He never got it. It doesn't matter. Like, tons of people will never get
I'm getting it. On this episode, I'm like having all these revelations, and I am understanding why I failed, why I was upset, why I played small, like all because of this episode that it didn't click for me. I wanted to be a part of that tribe, but I didn't realize there were smaller tribes, or I could find my own tribe within the tribe.
Yep.
And so can everyone else. And so even if Alexa wanted to be a runner, like if she wanted to be a part of the runner tribe, she could find, rebel runners who don't pay for marathons and
Yeah. So
bandit them or
yeah,
whatever.
exactly. So have you ever heard of urban explorers?
Yeah, I have.
Right. They trespass on all sorts of urban locations and abandoned buildings and stuff, and they go take photos and squat there or whatever they do.
Yeah.
It's technically illegal, but there's a giant tribe of them.
Yeah, they even made a movie about it.
Yeah, I don't know. My point is, there could easily be a tribe of bandit runners. There are tribes of people, graffiti artists, who spray paint walls of buildings. This is illegal, but there's a giant tribe of it, and it's never been stoppable. No one's ever stopped them. They are an unbeatable tribe.
Yeah.
So why can't there be a tribe of bandit runners? And maybe there's going to be if she could have led them if she stood for it. She would have rallied every bandit runner on earth. But now she's gone a different direction and whatever. So it doesn't matter to me. But I'm saying graffiti artists, urban explorers, and bandit runners. Why not? Why not?
Yeah, why not? If you and I, from the outside, it looked like all the bimbos would hated us at the time, but we built our own tribe within that.
Yeah, you split a tribe, you polarize them, and some people will side with you and some won't. And the ones that side with you are now your new tribe. This stuff is so simple. It's so, like, you see it all the time. There's a million examples.
Yeah, but I think for me, it wasn't until you said, like, do I want to be a part of this tribe? And using Alexa as the example with the runners and stuff, this helped it click for me.
Yeah, I love it.
To get this. And so going forward, if I'm like, even in the Mel Robbins thing where people in the comments are not happy with me.
That was a chance for you to build a new tribe. You could have blown up from that if you shopped that around, sent it to the feminist forums, sent it to the life coach forums, sent it to the Mel Robbins forums. Like, you could have, you got a lot of hate, but you also would have got a lot of fans.
Yeah. And I think the people who get a lot of hate, like, they think because they get a couple fans, but they get a lot of hate, that it's not worth it, right? And so when we were doing the Mel Robbins thing, we had 1,000 views on that episode. I got a whole bunch of people saying crap to us.
Yeah, they were mostly haters.
Saying it. But we had 4 people follow us.
Yeah, which is 4 times more than you had the day before.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Do you want a 4 times boost in your numbers?
Yeah, but see,
go embrace the haters.
The old version of me didn't think that was worth 4 followers isn't worth 4,000 messages.
Why not?
No, I agree. Now,
you didn't lift a finger. You didn't lift a finger.
I know.
To me, it was 4 free followers.
Yeah.
Did you respond to all the haters?
No.
Right. So if you didn't respond to them, no skin off your back.
Yeah. So
let them be keyboard warriors. Let them write 40,000 comments. I don't care.
No, I totally get it. And
if they're happy with their use of their time, go ahead. I got followers.
Yeah. Well, this is great. It helps me understand the people who are go through it in the public eye, and then to help me also with understanding why I've struggled with this for so long. And so then there's, like, I know there's people that are going to say, yeah, but there's people who deserve it, like P. Diddy or Harvey Weinstein. And that's not the people we're talking about.
But it's the same principle. Like, if they get ejected from the tribe, fine. Like, they pissed off the tribe. They get what they deserve.
Yeah.
But all those guys could go start their own tribe. They could go, Diddy and Weinstein and Epstein, they could all go live on their own island, like literally Epstein's island. They can go live there.
Yeah.
And attract whatever people want to hang with them. I don't know if they're going to find many people. Like, it's a kind of a weird tribe, but they can piss off all of normal society and go start their own tribe. It's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. If, like, Diddy and Weinstein really think they're okay and what they're doing is fine and whatever, you're allowed to have that view. Life is big. There's not right and wrong. Like, life is giant. Go start up a thing on Mars with Elon Musk and have your own little tribe there. Like, no one will care. If they're off over there doing their own weird Weinstein thing, is anyone going to care?
No.
Or if they go to some Pluto or something, or like,
no. I mean, they're not hurting other people. That's what everyone would say. But you're right. You're right.
I'm saying if they attract people who willingly want to join their tribe, what do I care? Go be crazy molesters or whatever over there. Like,
yeah. Fair enough.
But this is it. This is the tribe. If you want to have a tribe of bandit runners, you can. But you might have to do it far away, or you might have to find new people. You just can't do it in the current tribe with the current society. They will not like you. If you want to have a tribe of Weinsteins and Diddy's and whatever, then you can. But you might have to go far away and find new people and do it on your own. And you might not be famous anymore. Like, well, whatever. That's the price. But if you want to do it while keeping this tribe, that's where the problem comes in. If you want our current modern day society to cheer you on for your behavior, good luck. You're going to get canceled.
Right. All right. Well, I think that you did a phenomenal job of explaining this. And so I want to, as always, tie this back to mental health. So how all of this has to do with mental health, not just for the person going through the cancel culture, but
Well, what happens to your mental health?
watching.
What happens to your mental health when you're a people pleaser, desperately trying to please your tribe? Your mental health's just crushing it? You awesome? You good?
No.
Okay. So if you're a people pleaser, desperately trying to appease some tribe, your mental health is done already. Like it's over. Like good luck. So you better fix that. Like that ain't good. And all the keyboard warriors who are just spewing hate because of someone didn't displease them or someone did something they don't like, instead of talking it out or having a civil discussion or thinking it through or trying to help that person find a tribe that suits them or whatever, instead of that, they just spew pure hate all day long or like back and forth, 20 messages at a time.
Right.
How's their mental health?
It's crap.
Right. So they're all screwed. No matter what side of this you're on. If you're a people pleaser or you're a canceler, your mental health is toast. Like it's in the toilet and you got to fix it. You got to stop being a canceler. It takes effort. You have to apply yourself. You got to stop being a people pleaser. It takes effort. You got to apply yourself. But if you understand the narratives and the tribes and the cancel culture and people pleasers and life like I do, what kind of mental health do you end up with?
Oh, you have a happy and healthy mental health.
There you go. You understand all of these things. I understand why they're mad. I understand why she did what she did. I understand why she changed her mind or the hypocrisy or the apology or like, I just understand it all. I understand the death threats. I understand all of this stuff. Like understanding cures mental health issues. When you understand why something's happening and what role you play in it and what role others play in it, there's not a whole lot of anxiety going on. It's like, yeah, makes sense. Like I know if I turn on the stove and cook some food, I'm going to have a meal afterwards. Like I'm not too anxious about it. But if I'm a toddler and I don't know how the stove gets turned on and I burned myself recently, I might have a lot of anxiety. Understanding cures everything, especially mental health, because understanding is like the best thing you can do with your mind.
True. Well, I like it because now when I look at these people who are being canceled in the public eye, I will have more understanding about what both sides are going through and how this is not really even about the topic. I think that all of this stuff is mental health stuff, because if I'm taking care of my mental health and I feel good about it and I'm healthy and I'm emotionally mature and I'm working on being a better person, I don't have time to give a crap what other people are doing.
Yeah, it's true. And think about how many people don't make sales because they are unwilling to rock the boat and they're too clingy to their tribes.
Yeah.
How many people could start a new tribe if they would just take a stand? How many people could be leaders, like transforming the bimbo world or the kink world or the running world or the self-help world? How many could transform the relationship world? How many have controversial views and new ideas that they refuse to speak out for fear of cancellation? And so their business goes nowhere and their sales go nowhere. And they could have got a ton of attention, but they don't. They could have got a giant boost in numbers like Alexa Curtis did, but they don't. How many people don't even get a promotion at their job because they're unwilling to piss off a coworker or make someone look bad or whatever? They don't want to displease anyone. Most people are so scared of displeasing another human being that they will crush every single dream they've ever had.
Yes.
So how about your mental health? Now you're hurting your financial health. Now you're hurting your physical health.
Well, then everything just goes to crap, I think.
Yeah.
So
but every time I've told you to take a stand and go ahead and displease somebody, did it work out for you?
Yes.
Every single time?
Yes.
Displease Alicia Amira, get a boost in numbers?
Yes.
Displease a landlord or something and get your self-respect back and fix your relationship?
Yes.
Displease a family member and get your boundaries back and reclaim your life?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So have I ever told you to displease someone where it wasn't going to benefit you?
No.
Right.
And I used to think that displeasing somebody meant that I didn't respect them and I didn't care about them. But what that does is it makes me not care about myself and not love myself.
Yeah. And that's the message everyone trains into you. If you displease me, it means you're selfish. If you displease me, it means you don't respect me. If you displease me, it means you don't love me. If you displease me, it means you are a bad human being. And this message gets drilled into everyone. And so we get a whole bunch of adults running around scared to displease anyone and constantly pleasing everybody to fit in with the tribe. And it's like, it was all lies. That was never true. Displeasing someone doesn't mean you're a bad person. Displeasing someone doesn't mean you're disrespectful. Displeasing doesn't mean you're not loving. So go ahead, live your dreams and let people be displeased. But I don't know. There's a million books on this. There's a million speeches on this. There's a million TED Talks on this. There's a million blog posts on this. The whole internet is full of advice. Stop caring about other people. Stop being a people pleaser. Go do your own thing and believe in yourself and follow your own dreams. Consequences be damned. No one ever does it. So
No.
I don't know. Is this like a waste of my breath?
No, because well, first of all, you helped me understand this. And so, yeah, it's just me, but I'm hoping to help other people with this because there's so many people out there that hate being a people pleaser. And I don't think anybody really understands how these tie together. Even me, who's recovering people pleaser and studying this and learning about this, not once in my research for our episode did I find any connection to people pleasing and cancel culture at all. So I think like often this is new ground and you're sharing new perspectives and ideas that other people haven't discussed before. And it's another way for you to stand out as the third way. So I don't think you're wasting your breath. Now, other people could still take all the content in and learn as much and still feel afraid, because I think that you have to really practice. You have to really practice, and you really have to want something on a deep, passionate level inside yourself to move past the people pleasing so that you can fulfill those things. I think you are great at it, and you are a great role model for myself and for everyone. So thank you so much for the conversation. Thank you for helping me with my mind blast. Thank you for talking about Alexa, and hopefully she sees this episode and she sees how she could improve what she's already doing, and if it happens again, and so she could see how she really needs to work with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's all love. Like we've always given positive words and interactions to Alexa on her feed, and I clearly get what she's going through from all angles. I know exactly what's going on, and even if I don't know specifically her feelings or side of it, I know the situation, and the advice and insights given here are better than most PR professionals.
Yeah,
it's better than most crisis management consultants.
100%. I bet none of them have ever talked about this the way you have today.
Yeah, and I haven't even gotten into the real solutions that could like turn her image around and spin this into a huge win for her brand. Like, it's a good attempt to take a stand against cancel culture and make that a rally point or a mission. The thing is, that's a bit tricky to pull off authentically when you took the hypocrisy route. It's much easier to do if you stand on your bandit run and stand on the life's not fair and let people cancel you and then come out against cancel culture. Doesn't really work if you waffle back and forth and apologize and try to fit back in with the runners and then get more death threats and you're like, actually, this is too many death threats. Screw cancel culture. Like it's a bit of a harder sell. But again, like I said, time can fix a lot of things and people have short memories. So there's still plenty of ways out. And I'm sure she'll figure it out.
Well, now I understand why it kind of annoyed me when I saw her I didn't watch the podcast episode, but I saw her promo for it. And I was like, you're acting like you didn't give in. You're like the energy of the promo is, I survived cancel culture, but like, no, you laid down like a rug and let them march all over you and then got up and went, hey, you guys were wrong. Like, that's not what? And so you just, again, explained to me why I felt like that when I saw it. So it makes total sense.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you and your amazing insights and perspectives. You totally changed my view on cancel culture and controversy and people pleasing. Like how you did that in an episode that wasn't even about people pleasing. This should show everyone that you come to Jay with one issue and he will help you with many. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time and for your amazingness. And so Jay has a new offer, $1,000, and he will help you with any problem you have. A problem that you've spent years trying to solve, a problem that everyone is giving you answers for, and none of their solutions have ever worked. and you're going to pay for one problem. And girl, let me tell you, he was going to show you more ways to fix multiple problems. He just did it on this podcast. I came to him about cancel culture, and he helped me with cancel culture, controversy, my feelings, comments, and so much more while we were here. And I just came to him for one problem, and that is in an hour. Imagine what he could do for you in your call. And so I'm going to put the graphic here so you can check it out. And if you're interested in J-Rise helping you cure anything, solve anything, send me an email, sin@jrise.me, and let's get you on the books and your problem solved. So, Jay, I have one more question for you. Well, normally I ask you if you want to share with our audience, but I want to know, do you have something that you'd like to share directly with Alexa Curtis?
That's a good question.
Thanks.
Yeah, I was a homeless failure for 3 years. I was an arrogant asshole as a kid. I failed countless businesses. So I get it. I get stepping in shit. I get making mistakes. I get failure. And I really get how to turn it around. I'm like a turnaround expert. And this isn't to brag about me. This is to highlight to you that you can turn this into a win. And you're already doing an okay job of that by coming back and putting up content around this. I don't know if that's the best approach, but I do know huge wins are available here. And you probably know that too. And I just think that if we put our heads together, we could come up with truly amazing winning solutions. So if anything I've said here resonates with you, let's connect and co-create something awesome.
Yay! Thank you so much. Alexa, we love you. And for all of you that are listening and watching, go follow her. And if you're in the Runners Tribe, screw you. Love you. Just kidding. Go show Alexa Curtis some love on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and all the places that she's at. And we will continue to show her love too. And after all that amazing stuff, now you know why our book and our podcast is called Eyes Wide Open. After today, you'll know how to handle cancel culture all by yourself. And if you don't, you have Jay to help you too. So now you can go see this video here called People Pleasers Are Abusers to help you understand the deep level of people pleasing. And so you can stop. That way, when cancel culture hits you, you know what to do. And also to help you keep your eyes wide open.
Keep rising.